Mulishani vonse. How are you all? Mulishani vonse. Lelo nala mishimikila akashimi kakwa Chitalu. Today I will tell you a story about Chitalu. Lelo nala mishimikila akashimi kakwa Chitalu. Kokoliko! Chitalu opens her eyes to the familiar sound of mukolwe, the rooster, mukolwe. Outside, she had been lying in bed awake for almost an hour, waiting for mukolwe to crow because she was excited. Today was the day. She jumped out of bed, made her bed, ran outside to start umulilo, the fire, umulilo. She got imbavula, brazier, imbavula, filled it with amalasha, charcoal, amalasha, and walked around the back of the house looking for little sticks and dry leaves to help with starting umulilo, the fire, umulilo. She had wrapped ichtenge around her waist, had picked up one lower corner with her left hand, and was picking sticks with her right hand and placing them in the hammock formed by the ichtenge. After she had enough, she carried them back to the imbavula, brazier, imbavula. Got the matches. She scratched the matches along the edge of the box and it crackled, and umulilo, fire, umulilo, lit. She gently drew the lit match closer to the dry leaves, which quickly caught fire. She hoped she had enough dry leaves and sticks to burn long enough for the malasha, charcoal malasha, to also alight. She did. Now to get the malasha really hot, it needed more air. She could blow on it or fan the fire, but her favorite option was grabbing the handle of imbavula and swinging it in a circle over her head. If she went fast enough, the charcoal didn't fall out, and it also got so much air through it, it got nice and hot really quickly. She grabbed the handle, swung it back and forth a couple of times, then all the way around a few more times. She assessed the fire, then swung it around again. The malasha, charcoal, malasha, was red hot now. She got impoto, pot, impoto, put amenshi, water, amenshi, in it. And placed it on the mulilo, fire, mulilo. While amenshi was heating up, she went to the row of matava, maize, matava, next to the house and collected a few cobs that were ready. She peeled the husk off and placed the matava in a basket. She took ulukasu, a hoe, ulukasu, and went to the uluputa, garden bed, uluputa, next to that, and dug for kandolo, sweet potatoes, kandolo. She got a few of these and placed them in her basket as well. She went back to the imbavula, brazier, imbavula. Amenshi, the water, amenshi, was boiling. She put 3 tablespoons of fresh packed tea leaves into the pot, put milk and sugar in and set it aside. She put the kandolo, sweet potatoes, kandolo, under the imbavula to roast, and placed a wire rack over the fire and placed the matava, maize, matava, on top. She was carefully rotating the matava as it cooked on one edge, monitoring the kandolo below the imbavula when Kokoliko! Mukolwe crowed again. It had been about an hour and she could hear Abafiashi, her parents, Abafiashi, packing supplies into their small motoka, car, motoka, inkasu, hose, inkasu, and shovels, fertilizer, seeds, and all sorts of other farming things. They had been packing and preparing long before she got up. Umukalamba Wakwe, her older sibling, Umukalamba Wakwe, was feeding Ingumba, the pigs, Ingumba. She put the tea in a large flask and wrapped the roasted matava and kandolo in newspaper, then put it in a plastic bag, packed it all into the front footwell of the motoka. The little motoka was fully loaded. There were supplies in the boot or the footwells, and they could barely fit into the motoka themselves. But when it was time to go, she held the food securely in her arms to make sure nothing got damaged in the trip. They got Kumavala to the farm, Kumavala, just as the sun was rising. They had started working in the dim light of dawn. It was a long, hard day of work, but when the sun was at its hottest, everyone stopped, sat under a tree, drank some tea, and ate the food she had prepared. Chitalu felt good, both from the food in her belly, the hard day's work, but also from seeing her family eating the food she had prepared. She felt she had done her part today. Chapwa. Na totela sana. Thank you very much. Na totela sana. I am very grateful that you have joined me for Akashimi today. Subscribe to be the first to know when the next Kashimi is available, and sign up to the Inkalata newsletter, Inkalata, and get the transcripts and further vocab words. Na tusambilile pamo. Let us learn together. Na tusambilile pamo.